The first stock which I'm buying in February 2021 is GameStop. No, that's actually a joke. I'm 1 year too late to buy GameStop. Jokes aside, I made a lot of money on GameStop. I bought since 2019, since September 2019. I bought last year when it was at $3. Now that I have taken most of my profits on GameStop, we have to ask ourselves the question, what to do with all that money? What to do with all that cash? I cannot stay in cash because cash is trash. And I'm actually going to buy more than 3 stocks because all the other stocks in my portfolio which are still cheap, I'm going to add some position on these stocks. But I'm not going to talk about that today. I'm going to talk about the 3 most important investments I'm making in February 2021. How exactly I'm going to spend this cash, I'm going to make a separate video on another day. So the first stock which I'm buying in January 2021 is Polymetal International, which is a Russian gold and silver miner. If cash is trash, then the best investment you can make is in gold. Before we dig deeper into details about Polymetal International, please make sure to smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. If you are new to the channel, my name is Ishfaaq. I am a popular investor on eToro, where I manage assets for over 600 people. So please subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you don't miss the coming videos. This company used to be 10% of my portfolio, but now it's about 5% of my portfolio. It's because of what happened with GameStop and also other stocks. There are so many stocks which did very well recently. While Polymetal International, it is a stock I bought first in 2019, in early 2019. But eventually in 2020, we had deflation, gold prices rose and it fell again. The stock is not doing so well right now. And other stocks gain much more than this one, and that's why it's today only 5% of my portfolio. I want to increase my position to that. I don't think I will bring it back to 10%, maybe 7 or 8%. Why not to 10%? It's because I also have another gold and copper miner in my portfolio, and that's Freeport-McMoRan. But I have more exposure there to copper rather than gold. The reason why I'm bullish on gold, it's because of all the increase in money supply that has been going on in recent years, and it will keep happening. Especially now that we know there is Biden as president, most probably they are going to repay student debt or something like that. There is going to be more increase in money supply, and fiat currencies are going to go down. It's not just the US dollar because it's happening all over the world. Actually, the US dollar is going to be the second strongest currency in the world. It's always going to be like that. Number 1 is the Swiss franc. But other currencies, the Japanese yen, the British pound, the euro, all these currencies are in big trouble. And then there are worse currencies, the Indian rupee, the Chinese yuan. These also are in big trouble. The Chinese yuan, it's improving, but not that fast. Okay, Polymetal International is the 3rd largest silver producer in the world and the 2nd largest gold producer in Russia. Their number 1 competitor in Russia is Polymetal. Polymetal actually has the lowest AISC in the industry. The AISC, the amount of money it costs to produce 1 ounce of gold. For Polymetal, it is about $400–500 per ounce. For Polymetal, it is $880 per ounce. Maybe then Polymetal is a better investment, but actually that's not true because of the risk associated with the stock. When you look at the Polymetal International, in Russia producing gold is cheaper compared to the rest of the world. If you look at American gold producers, even in Australia, the AISC is above $1,000 an ounce. But here, 880, that's actually pretty good. And it is going down. That's one thing I like about Polymetal International. You won't see this with Polymetal. It could actually go to $650 per ounce. The reason why it is going down is because Polymetal International recently, they have been building a new mine. Several actually, but the main one is Neshta. Now that it will be in full operation, they have also a new processing plant. Their cost is going to go down. And if gold prices really goes up, their margins are going to increase, and they are increasing their dividends too. The second reason why I like this company is because they have a long lifespan. Compared to Polymetal, which is going to run out of gold very soon, Polymetal International, their lifespan is very long. Their silver lifespan is shorter. They are going to run out of silver sooner than running out of gold. But if you're bullish on precious metals, I think it is still a good investment today. Even if I say that the money supply increased that much and I'm bullish on gold, that doesn't mean that I will put 100% of my portfolio in gold because it is risky. Commodity stocks are always risky. Everybody was saying that gold prices would go to $5,000 an ounce. It's still at 1,800, even though at some point it reached 2,000. So what happened is that now we have deflation, it's going down. Most probably, I really believe that we will have $5,000 an ounce by the end of this decade. This is maybe, you will say, very optimistic or pessimistic, the way you want to look at it. But nevertheless, it's better to have other alternatives than cash. And a better alternative, in my opinion, than cash is arbitrage. So what is arbitrage? It's not just arbitrage, it's also other workouts, but especially arbitrage. So if a company is going to acquire another one, let's say company A is acquiring company B at $50 a share, but the stock price of company B is only $30 a share. So if you buy company B today, and then the transaction, the merger happens tomorrow, you make a 66% profit, which is pretty good. So right now I have several arbitrage opportunities in my portfolio. The one in which I'm going to invest the most in February 2021 is Kenworth Financial. This company is going to be acquired by China Oceanwide in a cash transaction. The cash price is about $5.40, and right now you look at the stock price of Kenworth Financial, it is about $2. So the spread today is about 75%. If you buy today and the transaction, the merger goes on immediately, you make a 75% profit immediately. Of course, the deal has been going on for 3 years and nothing has happened. So this is a risk. Why it is not happening? It's because China Oceanwide had some problems to raise capital for the deal. But even if the deal fails, I still believe that Kenworth Financial is a really good investment. We need to understand their business. They are one of the largest PMI in the United States. PMI is private mortgage insurance. Compared to normal insurance, on PMI, the combined ratio is lower. PMI makes more money compared to life insurance or other types of insurance. So what is exactly PMI? If let's say you need a mortgage, but you have only 15% of the cash, you need at least 20% to get the mortgage. So you take a 5% insurance, and that's where you take insurance from the PMI. So if this deal fails, Kenworth may choose to have a spin-off for its PMI business. If there is a spin-off, then investors are going to buy shares of Kenworth. It's going to go up because this is something bullish for Kenworth. They are going to buy Kenworth shares in order to have the shares of the spin-off company eventually. So I'm bullish on that in the case there is a spin-off. Now in the case the deal fails, we don't have a spin-off, still Kenworth Financial is very cheap today. You look at the book value, it's about $14 billion, but the market cap of the company is $1.5 billion. It is trading at a very low multiples of book value. So even if you liquidated the whole company today, you would be making more money than current market price. This is what we call a deep value stock. The last stock which I can call a deep value stock in my portfolio was GameStop. So I was successful with GameStop. Hopefully I'm going to be successful with Kenworth Financial too. Now let's talk about the third stock I'm buying in February 2021, and that is another arbitrage opportunity is DouYu, the Twitch of China. Before we talk about the deal, let's look at the company. DouYu is bigger than Twitch. Twitch is owned by Amazon. In the Western world, if you want to live stream games online, you need to use Twitch, owned by Amazon, or YouTube, owned by Google. That's the two most common options we have. In China, Google, YouTube is banned, and Twitch also is banned. So what you can use there is Huya, DouYu, or there is one service made by Tencent. These are the three options, main options you have. DouYu is the largest one if you are looking at number of users. It is even larger than Twitch. But if you are looking at market cap, at revenues, then Huya is bigger than DouYu. But Huya is not profitable, while DouYu is. And also it is more than just the Twitch of China. They do much more things compared to what Twitch does. For example, they organize tournaments because the market there in China, the gaming market, is the largest in the world. It is bigger than in the United States. Today, DouYu has more users than the population of the United States. So you see the big market in China, and it's still growing at about 25% per year in revenues, the gaming market. So there is a big potential for DouYu. And of course, like we said, they are now profitable. They are improving their margins. So in the future, I'm very bullish on this company. And when we look at the stock price of the company, it's about $3 billion. That's a little strange. You look at NIO, $100 billion. While if you look at the two businesses, DoYo is much more profitable, it's much better business, more stable, it's growing also. I'm not going to go into details about the valuations on NIO, why it is so overvalued, but it is undervalued. DoYo is undervalued. Even if we don't compare it with NIO, just looking at the numbers, how much free cash flow it can generate, you even account for all the risk investing in China, that it has a VIE structure, all this risk, you take a margin of safety, it is still very cheap. But there is another good reason to buy DoYo, and that is arbitrage. DoYo is going to be acquired by Huya, its main competitor. Together, these two companies are going to own 80% of market share in China. And after the merger is done, they are going to merge with that live streaming business of Tencent. So all three together is 80% of market share. This is causing some problems, mainly antitrust problems, because we are going to create a monopoly there in China if this deal happens. And this monopoly will be owned mostly by Tencent. Tencent is the majority owner of Huya, and they own about 38% of DoYo. After the merger happens, they are going to own 68% of the new company. And we know there is an antitrust probe against Alibaba. Most probably, Tencent is going to be the next target. If Tencent is the target, maybe DoYo is going to be the target. So this is the risk. That's why the spread on this arbitrage deal is about 40% today, which is pretty high. But still, even if the deal fails, like I said, this is a very cheap stock. It's not going to be a deep value stock like Genwa Financial, but still it is very cheap. It is a value stock, and it is growing. It is a growth value stock. As you can see, two of my investments are sort of hedge against inflation, arbitrage, and the third one also gold is hedge against inflation. So I know that arbitrage looks attractive, but you need to know what you're doing. Don't invest in a random company just because of arbitrage. For example, there is this company Euphoria, which is a cannabis company. It's going to be acquired by Tilray. It's a reverse acquisition. There is a possibility of arbitrage there, 20% spread, but I'm not going to invest in it, because this industry is outside my circle of competence. Even if I see 20%, I'm not going to invest in it. I don't understand really what's going to move the stock price of Tilray or even Euphoria. So I pass on this opportunity. There are going to be other opportunities for you to invest. But for February 2021, the three main stocks I'm buying are DoYo, Genwa Financial, and Polymetal International. Let me know in the comments which stocks you're buying in February 2021. Thank you for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please watch these two videos here if you have missed them. Have a nice day and goodbye.